Okay, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Buddies Off the Leash. I'm Julie Starr, and I'm the president and founder of Buddies Second Chance Rescue, and we're so excited today to have our friend Hannah Prenevau from RationAles. We've been working with Hannah and RationAles for some time now, and we're here to talk about all things summer in Western New York, obviously involving your pup. Hannah, welcome to Buddies Off the Leash.
Thanks for having me.
Love seeing you again. Tell me, what is your role over at RationAles?
So I'm the bar manager at RationAles. I've been there just about 2.5 years. We've been open just about 3.5 years. So we've had a lot of changes. It's been a fun time.
It's an amazing place. We love it. Where is it located?
So it's right in the heart of Williamsville, right on Main Street, right in the village, actually. So it's an awesome location.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
So Hannah, tell me,
yes,
do you remember how the partnership with Buddies and RationAles began?
Absolutely.
All right, let's hear it.
So this is Alan. He's a Buddies rescue. So he's my first dog, and we got him just a year ago. He just turned a year, so we rescued him from Buddies.
Yep.
And it was my first experience with a rescue, with, adopting a dog, and it was just amazing. And, something that's unique about RationAles is that, we are a dog-friendly patio. So we have a whole courtyard, a whole patio. And I just thought it would be awesome to do, an adoption event or anything like that to have dogs. I mean, we have the space, so it's awesome when we can do things like that. So last summer was the first time we partnered with Buddies. And it was a great turnout. We had a bunch of dogs, a bunch of people show up. And
live
it was
music.
just live. Yeah, we had live music, and it was just an awesome turnout. And so we kept it going. And, I'm biased, but Buddies is such a great organization.
Well, thank you.
So, oh my God. Yeah. And so we've just been a big supporter of Buddies as a whole.
Yeah. And you guys have done amazing. I know that the last event we had, the weather wasn't exactly cooperative, but I know that even with that factor, reservations were already sold out in preparation for the live music and the dogs coming.
Yes.
That is so freaking cool.
And it was awesome. Yeah. So, another nice thing we have is a covered patio.
Yep.
So when it's gonna, storm and things like that, we do have an option, but it worked out perfectly. We moved the live music inside. We got tents up for the dogs. And we still had a great turnout.
Yeah, it was
Everyone still showed up. We had full reservations, and it was an awesome time. We just launched a new brunch menu. A lot of people got to try that. And it was just awesome. Every event's been awesome.
You guys do special drinks for summer. So every season you're rolling out different drinks.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us what you think makes RationAles such a great destination for not just bringing your dog, but just for in general coming out to have food and drinks in Western New York.
It's unique. It kind of covers all bases, which is cool. As the bar manager, my focus is making the cocktails, making the drink menus, making the mocktails. I'm in charge of the drink program and things like that. So yes, we have an amazing cocktail lineup. We have a really, cool lineup of summer cocktails, but we're also a craft beer place. We have 19 draft lines. We have a little bit of something for everybody. We have a full cooler of, craft beer cans too. We love supporting local. You can find, your local breweries, your favorite local breweries. We probably have a brew by them. And then we have, mocktails and NA beers as well. Just, like a little bit of something for everybody. And we constantly, we try to change up the cocktails, mocktails, things like that. We're very active on our social media.
Very active. Fun videos on your social media.
Fun.
You guys
we try to keep it fun. We try to keep it fun. But yeah, it's nice because it's something for everyone. You have the dog friendly, and
the food's amazing.
The food, yes. So the food actually, we just went through a different change. So we have a new kitchen manager, a new menu. We have a bunch of new items. We've listened to all the feedback. As like a newer restaurant, people have a lot of feedback, and the Village of Williamsville is awesome. Obviously, there's such a a great community. And so we heard the feedback. We took the feedback. We brought in a burger. We finally have our own RationAles burger. That was a big one. But yeah, so we have a new brunch menu. We have a whole new dinner menu. We're open 7 days a week for lunch. We have something for vegetarians, gluten-free, all of that. So
you really touch all the bases. You really cover everything, whether it be what kind of clientele you have coming in, whether it be somebody with their dog or somebody with food allergies, somebody who has restrictions.
Yes.
But then you also cover everything as far as drinks because I recently quit drinking. Yeah. So you have stuff for me to come. So when I come in, I can still come in, bring my dog and still enjoy a cocktail and a delicious salad, which your salads are amazing.
Oh my God, I know. They are amazing. Yes.
Super good.
And they're, Yeah, I mean, the patio's nice too, because if you do have your dog, it's okay, Alex. We have QR codes on all the tables, so you actually don't have to walk in the restaurant to order and, make a whole thing. You can sit outside with your dog and order right from your phone, and we'll bring everything over for you. Oh yeah, there you go.
What do you think is so important now that you have a rescue?
Yeah.
What do you think is so important about local businesses helping and supporting organizations like Buddies? Like, what do you think that brings to the table?
Everything. It's huge. When you realize and when you start looking, and sometimes you don't look, but when you do start looking, and you realize how many dogs need a home and what these rescues do for dogs. I mean, for example, like he's from Laredo, Texas. Like a lot of dogs are from the South, and the journeys and the trips that they go to get these dogs. Yeah. I mean, it's huge. And obviously, like you need support. I mean, the more the word getting out, and just, Buffalo is such a tight knit community, and everyone wants to help each other. I mean, it's a city of good neighbors. Everyone wants to help each other. So when the word gets out, with these rescues, like Buddy's Rescue or, this and that, I mean, it goes through word of mouth. People start looking on the website. People start following the social media. You guys are so active on social media. That's how I found him. I watched your live, just like taking them off the van and everything. So
that's how you saw him?
That's literally how I saw him. Yeah, I saw his little face and his little blue eyes. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yes, literally,
that's
I watched
amazing.
the
So you
live.
watched the live video. So it's good to know that people are watching that and they're seeing the dogs coming up, either the truck or the plane.
Yes, and we just happened to be looking, and like, we applied for one, and we didn't get one, and it was just like, okay, it wasn't meant to be, whatever, and we're not going to give up, and we just kept following and saw him get off, and I was like, that's the one. And I mean, so it's important, because I wouldn't have known where to look or what to follow if I hadn't, you're so active with other restaurants, and obviously, I'm in the restaurant industry, so I'm following, I'm seeing, I'm hearing, and it's like Buddy's Rescue, and just getting the word out there, supporting, buying merch, just stuff. It's like little stuff, but when you're active in the community, people are always like, oh, what's that? They're asking, or where'd you get them from? And, you talk about it. So it's it's huge for local businesses supporting.
And I will say, I was in the restaurant bar industry for 23 years. So before I went full time with the rescue, and it definitely was probably one of the biggest factors in why the rescue grew as quickly as it did.
It's
because
huge.
So many people through the community.
Yes.
And you're out there, you're bartending, you're talking to people, and it's another amazing way to spread the word of mouth for sure.
It is. And you see people every day. You see people who live in the community, and when you're a dog person and you're working, you're always talking about dogs. I'm always talking about
pictures of your
literally. I'm always
kids, you're like, here's my dog.
I'm like, you didn't ask, but here you go.
It is anyways.
Yeah, and so I'm just, I'm always talking about it, and they're like, oh, where'd you get him from? And just even having like the adoption events, some people don't even know they're looking for a dog, and they walk in, and they just come to have a drink or a bite, and they get to meet a dog, and it changes your whole life. So I think it's really important, and seeing so many other restaurants start to adopt that and have adoption events outside, I think is like the best thing ever. Seriously, it's huge.
What you guys have done and what other restaurants have done for, for us in particular, that's mainly where most of our adoption events are. If they're not at pet stores, they're at restaurants.
I know.
And it's huge.
It's huge.
It really does help us, because everybody goes out to eat. Everybody goes out to have something to drink. So you're just combining something that just makes sense.
Right. And pair that with live music, and it's like, oh my God.
So with that being said, though, what do you think is something that somebody should know before they bring their dog to an event? Whether it be, come to like a pups on the patio, and they don't want to come to meet a dog. They actually want to bring their dog to enjoy. What are some things that you think that people should take into consideration before doing that?
Sure. I mean, we've brought him to every adoption event, obviously not for adopting, but just like he loves other dogs. He loves to see it. It's exciting. And I think, people just have to be cognizant of their own dog. I mean, our dogs, is your dog, afraid of loud sounds, or do they not really do well in public and, busier areas? I mean, we have the table spread out enough that, you're not that busy, but with live music and dogs, it could be loud, it could be chaotic. It could be. So, just take into consideration, I mean, your dog better than anyone else. So, if they don't really like the chaos and the hectic, all of that, they
probably not a good fit.
Probably not the best, but if they love it and they love to just hang out and chill. I mean, when he was a puppy, like live music was a little much, but I knew I wanted him to be socialized and, be able to go out and do things like that. So
now he's acclimated to it.
Literally, he's totally unfazed now. And he has a little brother now, a 4-month-old, and he is not a fan of live music. So like, you know, that's something I'd be like, okay, maybe I wouldn't bring him, you know what I mean? But for him, he's chill, he's fine, so.
What do you think are some signs that people should kind of keep an eye out for when they take their animals to something like that? You know, like if you took, you know, Alan to an event, what do you think you would notice about him if you felt that he was uncomfortable?
I mean, whining is when he's anxious.
Yeah.
He can be an anxious dog for sure, but not usually in social settings, just kind of when he's unsure about things. Panting, the anxiety. You can usually tell with a dog when they're like, hey, I don't want to be here, you know? But, you know, usually every dog that's come has had a blast, like, because it's a social thing. And I think, you know, people, especially in the village of Williamsville, like they take their dogs for walks. It's super like, it is like acclimated to dogs.
Absolutely.
So a lot of the dogs, I mean, you know, they have a great time. But some too, you know, like when we bring the little puppies, they can't be around like, you know, the big dogs. So it's just like, but they're usually behind the pen and everything like that. And, you know, sometimes like he wasn't used to puppies, like little puppies, and he was just like astounded. He was like,
what is that?
Oh my gosh. He's like, you are so small and tiny. I don't know what to do with you.
Now, if you were to bring him to an event, what would be some things that you would bring with him and with you to make sure that, you know, he was set up? You know what I mean?
Definitely treats. I would bring treats for sure. I always have like a little treat for him. Al, see? See, you're okay, bud. Treats, water. I know that a lot of restaurants have water, but it's just to be safe. I have one of those, you know, those like water refillables on your own.
The collapsible bowls. Easy to carry with you.
Easy to carry. They can clip right on your belt.
Buddies actually carries them with our branding.
We have Buddies. Yes, we have 2 Buddies bowls. But yeah, those are great to bring. And then usually I do try to bring like a toy, because if we're going to be there for a while, like a bone or something, if we're going to be there for a while, I know it's like, he probably doesn't want to sit and socialize like I'm talking to people. He's like, all right, let's get it going. I need something to do.
Absolutely.
So, you know, having like a bone or something that he can chew on, it's just, you know, it's good for him and something he can do.
So what would you say in 90 seconds are the best tips for a successful day out with Alan?
Oh my goodness. Be prepared. Be prepared. I also, you know, Alan's a high energy dog. Get his energy out first. You know, if he doesn't get a walk or he gets to play or he's been cooped up and you just take him out, it's obviously he's going to be a little wound up, you know? So it's things like, you know, take him on a walk if you know you're going to have a long day so he can he has his time, then, you know, he can settle in, you know, make sure you got the water and the toys and everything and you got a plan of when you're going home because he's ready to go home.
When he's ready, he's ready.
When he's ready, he's ready. But most of the time he's pretty chill. I mean, he's cool about it. So yeah.
Coming up, check out one of our adoptable dogs' best day.
We actually picked her up from the animal shelter of Buffalo because they were getting overcrowded, and we went there to take a gander to see what we could do, and Miss Scarlett was sitting there all cute and didn't make any sound, just looked around. She was there over 100 days, we were told, so we decided, well, let's give this one a chance here. So we grabbed her and got her into the buddy system and just getting her back into a regular routine. Not all the dogs are bad from being in the shelter. From what we understood, she had a very rough upbringing until she was in the shelter, and getting her home, she was definitely unsure of everything, only because of the fact that she never had any place to actually call home and have people to actually care for her. So,
and the pit bulls get a bad rep, and she's definitely the sweetest dog. Buddy's second chance helped Scarlett get the chance she deserved because they let us take her out of the shelter and bring her into a home where she's opened and thrived and is now all fun-loving and not scared, which she was.
If I was gonna tell someone who's gonna foster or adopt through buddies, is they are a great place to go through. Everyone is very compassionate and help along every process, and you know, just going through a rescue like that or anything would be a better option, because then you give other dogs, especially older dogs or, you know, dogs with bad reps, a chance of a better life.
And they work with you through the whole process, so they make it all easy. They supply everything, so You don't have to pay for anything. You literally just have to give them love. The home I think she would thrive best in is one that has someone that'd be willing to train with her and keep up with the work on there. And she's not a fan of cats. So I would say without cats, and with older children she does well with.
From where she was then till now, she's a completely different dog. When she came out of the shelter, she was very skittish, didn't know what was going on or anything because she basically was just kept in a basement. So after a couple weeks of her figuring out like, hey, no one's trying to hurt me here, this is a good home, she started opening up. She's been pretty good at learning new tricks, loves walks, and ice cream.
She loves her toys, cuddles, like she literally just needs a couch to plop on and someone just to work with training.
For today's DIY, we are packing Alan a to-go bag for going on his best day ever for a summer adventure. We are going to start with, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. This is all
He's got
amazing.
a lot of
options. I like this right here. This cooling. What is this?
It's like a waterproof
That
mat
is
blanket.
amazing.
Yeah, so I guess because Alan is a little bit of a drooler.
Yeah, you get a little slobber.
Yeah, or if the ground is wet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my
Perfect.
gosh.
So this would go on this side. We'll put this over here. Alan, this is gonna be for you, buddy. It's gonna be for you so we can keep
like
your bum off the
perfect.
grass
Yeah.
and away from the bugs.
Love
This is
that.
for you, and then you guys can
That's
sit in
so
the
cute.
grass and enjoy it.
So cute.
All right, we're gonna leave that like that. And then what do we think? What do you think we're gonna bring him next?
Well, we got a little coaster or
Yeah.
a little
Koozie.
koozie here.
Our
so
friends
that's
at Clyde's
great.
provided this. So this is a great koozie. You can put your drink in there.
Yeah. Put our
I think
drinks
that's
in there.
a good
Beautiful.
option.
Something
What's
for
next?
mom.
Yeah.
All right, we got this cute little water vest right here. That
listen,
is so cute.
Because
Oh, my
you
goodness.
could be taking this on a boat.
Yes,
You could
and
be.
he's been on a boat. He
Yeah,
loves
he
the water.
does.
So
you want to make sure they're safe in a vest.
Perfect.
Especially a dog of his size.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that he doesn't sink.
yeah, I know.
So yes, a life vest. Obviously, you're going to be near water. Maybe you're down at Hoyt Lake having
never
a
know.
picnic. You never know. And
There's water everywhere.
There's water everywhere. You're right. We are
wanna be
surrounded by the
prepared.
Great Lakes, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then what else we got?
So we got a nice ball.
Oh, these are my
Perfect,
dog's favorites.
Essential. This is a nice big one
It
too
is.
for him.
It's the extra large Clyde
Yeah.
balls.
Oh,
we
yeah.
love these.
Those
we
are
love these. These are
indestructible.
every dog's favorite for sure.
The water
right.
bowl. We talked about the little.
We
the,
did, yep.
The water bowl. You can break it down and all that. Got
You
a
can
little
put
water
your water
bottle
in there, squirt it in there. It's
See, it's got the
collapsible.
clip. It's got the clip.
Takes up less space. That's perfect.
Yeah,
We'll add that
love
with
that.
the water.
Perfect.
All right. And then what if our dog decides they want to use the bathroom in the grass?
Well,
We've
we got these cute little poop bags.
Poop bags.
So cute. And they just fit in here and you just pull them out. You can fit a bunch in
Make
there.
sure they go in a garbage can when you're done.
Yeah.
Don't throw the poop bags on the ground. And then what if our
Yes.
dogs decide they want to have a snack?
We got some treats. So cute.
Different
oh my
options.
goodness. Banana. Oh my gosh. He loves banana. So that's.
See, if you have a picky dog, you want to bring a few different ones. My
like little
dogs,
Cheerios
I know, my dogs will
for a
literally
kid.
eat everything, so they're not picky.
I know.
And
And,
those
then
are-
these
oh.
are the Keon Coleman wings.
Yes, supporting our friends over
Yeah.
at Nickel City. Every bag bought, $1 goes to them. This is awesome.
Alan
Go
loves the Bills.
Yes, he does. He is named
He
after.
is after name the one and only
Our
number
king.
17, QB1.
That's right.
So
And then if Alan wants to play a little toss while he's in the grass,
Yeah.
we've got an amazing client. And this looks like it would really hold up too.
that
for,
would be great.
Yeah,
too.
a tough chewer.
We use those for everything.
Yeah.
We freeze water and all that in there. So
This is cool though. It's got like the tentacles on it to throw.
I know. So you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can.
And
use
these
it
are
for
made out of a
both.
nice material, so they probably can't chew through them real easily.
That's actually so nice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Pack
buddy.
that in there, and
He's set for
then
life.
we have, in case we wander away from our picnic, we have our dog's name, our address, our phone number, and it also says my vaccinations are up to date.
Ooh.
That's very important.
It's very
we want
important.
everyone to know that he's safe to be around the public.
Always. Yeah.
Thank you today for joining us on our DIY project. Pack a bag for your dog's fun summer adventure with Julie and Hannah. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Buddies Off the Leash. Again, I'm Julie Starr, president and founder of Buddies Second Chance Rescue, and we're so happy that you joined us today. In the comments, please put questions you have for our next guest, and we're going to ask Hannah one last thing, and that is, what is one thing people get completely wrong about dogs?
Well, I would say if people don't think dogs are human-like, they are. When I'm packing him up for a day, I am packing up a toddler. I am packing up a toddler for the day. I have a toddler at home, if in case anyone asks. He is very human-like, and dogs are very human-like, and they have their needs just like people. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us today, Hannah.
absolutely, you got it.